locking horns with Donald Trump. Yesterday, Christie received the endorsement of top law enforcement officers at the federal and county level, along with several major Republican activists, after his endorsement from the influential Union Leader newspaper. But the new support has drawn the attention of Donald Trump, who tweeted, quote, "How is Chris Christie running the state of New Jersey, which is deeply troubled, when he's spending all of his time in New Hampshire? New Jerseyans not happy." Christie had this to say.
I'm really glad that Donald noticed me. That's so nice. And I'm happy to take any observations he has, even if he can only do them in 140 characters or less, which seems to be the best way he can communicate. So that's fine.
You know, Mike Barnicle, you have seen other Republican candidates stare at Donald Trump's attacks like deer in the headlights on back New England roads. A dynamic between Chris Christie and Donald Trump is going to be fascinating indeed. If Chris Christie continues to rise in New Hampshire, Donald's going to have his hands full with that fight back and forth.
Well, I think we're sitting in a state that's going to be ground zero for that mano-a-mano combat, Trump versus Christie. Christie's getting increasing strength here in New Hampshire. The Union Leader endorsement is very big for him because it's an endorsement that comes each and every day, not just last night.
No.
Each and every day.
Joe's a bit of an activist for that newspaper, isn't he?
The old drip treatment every day.
Well, it's not drip. It's more like water hose in your face every day, fire hose.
And as you just alluded to, I mean, Trump's strength is such that it's not going to diminish that much. It's not going to go away.
No, it's not going away. The question, though, is it's very fascinating. Mark and I were sharing notes about how much other campaigns are starting to be concerned about Chris Christie. And I've been getting a lot of emails from other campaigns about Marco Rubio or Ted Cruz or Donald Trump. This morning, both of us were getting hammered with emails from rival campaigns about Chris Christie. Ask him about this. Ask him about that. Why can't he justify this? Which is, as Chris Christie said on tape there, boy, I'm glad Donald's paying attention to me. Campaigns are starting to notice Chris Christie's rise in New Hampshire.
And that he's really got something going here in New Hampshire, and this could be a place that really launches him. Or it could end things. The governor and Trump also traded words.
One way to look at it.
Well, I'm just saying about the billionaire's comments, alleging that the New Jersey Muslims celebrated as the World Trade Center towers collapsed in 2001. Last week, Christie said he did not remember it, but also, quote, "There could be things I forget, too."
People microanalyze every word. I said I don't remember it. And I wanted to qualify it that day. Not that I thought it happened, but just to remind people that that was a very emotional day for me. It was personally emotional. And I was not focused that day on everything that was going on all across the state. What I was focused on was my wife and my brother, who were in Lower Manhattan and who I hadn't heard from for a long, long time. But if you'd like me to say it another way, I'm happy to say it another way. It didn't happen.
Oh, he didn't say that the other day. He was very weak the other day. So the other day he said it like, well, he doesn't know. And now I guess he feels a little bit emboldened. He must be careful with what he says.
Being warned by Donald Trump to be careful what I say is fascinating. I don't think Donald often picks his words with great care. So, listen, I was there on September 11th. I wasn't across the river in New York City. And not only myself, but the state attorney general at the time, John Farmer, good, smart, Republican, has said the same thing that I've said, that it didn't happen. And, the worst part of his claim is that he says he saw it on television. Well, no one has been able to unearth any video of any such thing happening. If it was widely enough shown on network television in New York City, you can usually find that video fairly quickly. So, listen, Donald is used to intimidating folks, but I have no reason to engage with him. His facts are wrong. I know that. He knows it, too.